The M series is Samsung's entry-level Galaxy phone, and they aren't done yet on releasing budget-friendly devices. Before the end of the year, here's another entry-level smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy M22. It features a MediaTek Helio G80 processor with a quad camera setup, Super AMOLED display paired with 90Hz refresh rate. Maboy Manila, this is Pope, and today we are going to provide you with another gaming review and see if the Galaxy M22 is a good choice for entry-level gaming. Let's find out. Like I mentioned in the intro, it is packed with features that are worthy of its price, but with a little bit of compromise. Its design and build are similar to every other budget smartphones, like the thickness and the 3D curved plastic back. But it is lightweight and it also has a good grip due to the textured finish. Switching to its front, the Galaxy M22 boasts a 6.4-inch HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a 90Hz refresh rate. Although it is a bummer since Samsung still uses the traditional Infinity U notch. They could have opted for a punch hole cutout for a less distracting display. It is also equipped with a quad camera setup, a 48MP main with 8MP ultra-wide and 2MP for both macro and depth, while its selfie camera is a 13MP. It is powered by a MediaTek Helio G80 with 12nm of process. The configuration of our review unit is 6GB of RAM plus 128GB of storage, and it also runs on Android 11 slapped with one Core UI 3.1. All of these features are backed by 5000mAh of battery, which is paired with a 25W fast charging. With its features and specs out of the way, let's proceed to its gaming performance. Our first game is Mobile Legends. By default, our settings are set to high graphics quality with both HD and HFR mode turned on. Playing Mobile Legends on this device is smooth with no frame drops. The Helio G80 is a great chipset for budget-friendly smartphones since it offers decent performance for esports titles. Even at clashes, there are no visible frame drops or stuttering, and we also haven't encountered any heat up on the device. So with the high plus HD and HFR mode on, we get 60fps with 100% stability. Our next game is League of Legends Wild Rift. As usual, it is set to performance, but we will be bumping it up with 60 frames, super high graphics quality, high effects, and resolution. The gameplay is good with no frame drops and stuttering from start to finish. Although it is quite a bummer since it still doesn't have the 90 frame support, so we can't fully utilize the 90Hz display of the Samsung M22. But overall, it outputs a decent performance despite the bump up settings. With the max available settings, we get 60fps with 100% stability. Next, our FPS games, and started off with Call of Duty Mobile. By default, its settings are set to low graphics quality with medium frames, but we will bump it up to medium graphics plus high frames and test it out. For multiplayer mode, it has smooth performance with no frame drops and stuttering when aiming down your sights or even if you are in a heavy gunfight. I feel like we are constantly stable at 60fps. I haven't encountered any major performance drops all throughout the game. As for its Battle Royale mode, it is not as smooth as its multiplayer mode, but it is quite understandable since it renders more graphics due to its bigger map. Although performance is still the same, we just don't get the same stability for this one. So with the medium graphics plus high frames, we get 54 to 56fps with 98% stability for multiplayer mode and 40 to 45fps with 97% stability for Battle Royale mode. Next is PUBG Mobile. By default, settings are set to HD graphics with high frames. Ultra frames are available via smooth and balanced graphics quality, but we will be sticking to its default settings. Upon landing, there is some minor stuttering because of the rendering of the map, but it is not that drastic. Gunfights are okay, no performance drops when aiming down your sights and shooting. With the HD graphics plus high frames, we get 28 to 30 FPS with 97% stability. Next are the graphically demanding games, and started off with Honkai Impact 3. By default, our settings are already set to custom with low graphics quality with 60 FPS in and out of combat. Basic combat is a bit sluggish, although it is not that noticeable and drastic. Although there are times that there would be a huge stutter when casting skills. We activated a bunch of ultimate skills and the game froze, but only for a few seconds. I wouldn't say it is great, but it is acceptable for its category. So with the low graphics quality with 60 frames, in and out of combat, we get 30 to 35 FPS with 95% stability. Our last game is Genshin Impact. I won't be recommending playing Genshin on this device since even at the start, frame drops and stuttering is already visible. It has low FPS even with the lowest possible settings, plus it outputs a very low stability. The device also builds up heat even though we just started playing. As for its battery, the 5000 mAh of the Samsung Galaxy M22 endures longer than expected with a day or two in daily usage. Compared to other phones with 720p and 5000 mAh of battery, it is only 15 minutes less, and we believe it is due to the 90Hz eating some parts of its battery. As for its charging, the Galaxy M22 is paired with a 25 watts fast charging. It took us about 1 hour and 23 minutes to fully juice up the device. Overall, for the price of 10,590 pesos, the Galaxy M22 has the ability to run esports titles in high quality settings. Aside from those, it also offers features like an AMOLED display, a good performing battery, and a decent camera performance. So, if you are on a hunt for a budget-friendly smartphone and you are a fan of Samsung, the Galaxy M22 will deliver the experience that you are looking for, but with some compromises. So that is our gaming review of the Galaxy M22. Let us know in the comment section below your thoughts about this device. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you will be updated with our future contents. Also, don't forget to visit manilashaker.com for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest device. Once again, this is Pope, and mabuhay Manila!